Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the first instructional video for Nick Medlock's guitar Gnosis. Just so you know, Gnosis is the Greek word that we get for knowledge, and I want to teach you everything knowledgeable that I know about guitar. And by the way, this this channel is dedicated to my personal students. And if you would like to become a personal student of mine via Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or Google Meets or any of those platforms through video, just send me a message or a comment and we will try to connect. So this is the very first lesson that I think somebody should have on the guitar, and it's not even playing, it's just a quick understanding of music. And I want to just go over, in music, we've got notes that we call by the same letters of the alphabet. So we use ABC. These are the ABCs of music, and a lot of my young students, and I teach very, very young students as well, and some of this is so abstract, I want something for them to cling on to. So the one thing that we know that's outside of music are the days of the week. There are 7 days of the week, and then in a cycle it repeats. So we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then after Saturday, Sunday happens. And so I started teaching my students this, and even the young ones got it immediately. So we'll equate Sunday to A. A is the very beginning of the alphabet. Everybody should know the ABCs. So it's going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it recycles again back to A. So these are what's called the natural notes. There's nothing sharp or flat or weird about them. They are what they are, and we call them that. And they go in these cyclical patterns. So that should make enough sense for you right now to start moving forward. And then to understand that those are the notes that we need to learn on any instrument. But since this page is dedicated to guitar, these are the notes that we need to know on the guitar. And because the guitar is a fretted instrument, we're going to have to learn these on frets. Let me grab one of my guitars. And since this is just the absolute beginning lesson for a guitarist, you should know that these metal lines, wires, are called frets that go this way. These are the strings that go this way. So the next thing we need to do is put some names of these notes onto the strings. So here's how I have it labeled out, and I can make a PDF of this. So if you need one, if this is something that you want to have as a PDF, let me know. So I started teaching it this way to even my young kids. We're going to start from the low, and that is the thickest string. The story that everybody needs to know is called Ed Ate Dynamite, Goodbye Ed. You should never eat dynamite. You're going to blow up. But it starts with the thick string, and that's the big Ed before he blows up, and goes to the thin string, and that's the Ed after he blows up. So Ed is the E string, 8 is the A string, dynamite is the D string, good is the G string, bye is the B string, and Ed, the thin one, is the high E string. So it goes from thick to thin, low to high. Now the order that we number them in starts with the thin. The thin is 1, the next one is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can imagine, like, we start with the smallest number, and that is 1. And then as we accumulate in size, we get bigger in numbers, is another way that you can think of it. So that is the very, very first lesson of Gnosis that you should know. And we will move on to the next one very soon. Okay, so the next lesson of Gnosis that I think that you have for your notes is just putting them on the guitar. So we're still not even playing, so this may not be for the young student learning guitar. This may be for a little bit more advanced, but hey, if you're here and you're wanting to learn, go for it. So again, this is for my personal students. They know this is what I want them to work on, and we've got all kinds of sheets and diagrams that we work on So this is more for a refresher course for them and just to see me on YouTube if they want. So how do we apply these notes to the guitar? Well, I've got 2 stars or asterisks right here in between B and C and E and F. And I'm going to hold that up real quick. And what they mean is that in between these 2 notes, there is no fret in between those notes. So that's the biggest key that you need to learn in the notes Gnosis, is that every natural note has a fret in between it, except for in these 2 places, between B and C and E and F. So with that knowledge and that key, you can unlock so many of the mysteries of the knowledge of guitar. Now here's what I mean by that. String 1, like we said, the thin one, is the note E. And so immediately there's going to be no fret in between E and F. So it goes from open, or we'll say 0 for the number, to the very next number, which is fret 1. Now just a reminder, you always want to have your fingers behind the fret immediately, not way off, far away, and not on top of it. And then always have it on the very tip of your fingers. All right, so we're not getting into note playing yet, but we will shortly. So the handouts that I give to a lot of my students are made from these super highly technical drawings. I know it's so classy, so high tech. Here's what you need to know. E to F, there's no fret between. F to G, there is a fret that you skip. Likewise, on the high E, E to F, and then F skips to G. And this pattern happens the whole time. A to B, there is a fret in between. B to C, there is no fret in between. You go right to the next one. C to D, you skip a fret. D to E, you skip a fret. E to F, no skip. It's the right next fret right next to it. F to G, you skip a fret, and G recycles back to A, and you skip a fret in between those 2 notes. That being said, you could figure out any string just with that pattern. You can go A, skip a fret to B, B to C with no skipping of a fret. So we're going to keep doing that kind of a thing, and we're going to learn all of these 3 positions that I have written out coming up right now. All right, now for some playing. So we're going to take that Gnosis and that knowledge of the notes. I'm going to start spelling notes with a G just because Gnosis. It's goofy. Here is the open position that I want to learn. I can definitely have PDFs for these. And we will start playing these starting on the low string. So if you want a quick snapshot of the screen, take a screenshot. And then we will start. So remember the 2 things, nothing in between B and C or E and F. And so in the open first position, it's going to go low string open. First fret, 3rd fret will be E, F, G. The next string is A, and it's going to be A, 2nd fret, B, 3rd fret, C. Next string is the D string, open D, 2nd fret, E, 3rd fret, F. Next string is the G. We have open G, A, and in this position we've got a B that's here on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and that's the same note as the open B on the B string. And then 1st fret C, 3rd fret D. Next string is open E, 1st fret F, 3rd fret G. Now I'm going to break all of these up into 3 positions so that you can learn them real fast. And not one position at a time, which is a valid way to do it, but I'm going to super warp speed you through all of these. So up next is the 5th position. So the 5th position notes are going to look like this. If you want to take let me get a clearer version of it for you that is less see-through. Take a screenshot of these. This is a total failure of a video, and I'm not going to start over. So let's do this as a screenshot. There we go. Fifth position means that your first finger is at the 5th fret. And we're going to go A, skip a fret to B, skip a fret to C. So that'll be 5, 7, 8. And I did say skip a fret. Wow, maybe I should start this video over, but I'm not. So A, skip a fret to B, don't skip a fret to C. Next string is the A string, so we're going to start 5th fret, and that note is D. Skip a fret to E, don't skip a fret to F. Next string is D, or the note is D. The string is D, the note is G. And then skip a fret. You can either use your 3rd or 2nd finger for the A. Then we're going to go to the B note here on the 9th fret. The next is going to be C on the G string, 5th fret, D, and you can use 2nd or 3rd, and then stretch to the E note here on the 9th fret, and then you also have an option for the B note or the E note here on the B string. So this will be E, don't skip, to F on the 6th, G, A, B, C. So it'll be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So practice naming those up and down while you play. You want to really get used to these notes. And sorry for all the outtakes. All right. Up next, we've got the 8th position, natural notes. Looks like this. If you want to take a screenshot, make sure it's lined up. There you go. Take a screenshot. Now let's work through these. Keep in mind, there's no frets in between E, F, and B and C. So you make sure that you've got a good picture of the 8th position. So we're going to start on 8, 10, 12, and that's C, D, E. And we're going to do the same frets on the A string, F, G, A. So C, D, E, F, G, A. Then we're going to move up a fret to fret 9, B, C, D. And then the same frets on the G string, E, F, G. We're going to move up a fret, A, B, C, D, E, F. So again, this pattern is in groups of 2. Move up a fret, move up a fret. All right, well, have fun with all of these natural notes, and then we will start working on how to use those, and then get into more lessons on the technicality of playing and finger placement and all of that. Talk to you later.